Good evening. Welcome to another edition of PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. I'm Norm Waymer, and for tonight, we brought along the former PCW heavyweight champion, Andy Sheen. Actually, the only wrestler that has held both the heavyweight title and been co-holder of the tag team titles.
There you go. I am the total package, just without all the sauce, as we know. But I got to tell you one thing. I'm excited to be back. Powerbomb Championship Wrestling is back. I'm back with my cohort, Norm. Let's just see where this goes. I'm excited.
I have no idea where this is going to go. Did I say it just the way you told me to?
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I like it.
All right. All right. I want to thank, as we do off the top of the show, some of our sponsors. Seaway Marketplace on Cherry Street in Bancroft. Also, Mike Seeger's Red Wing Shoes on North Reynolds, and along with the Academy of Beauty and the Beer Stube. So we appreciate all you being sponsors. And if you would like to sponsor, just get a hold of us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll get that all set up for you, and we'll get you on TV for a great price. So, all right, first of all, let's kind of update everybody on this guy, because you've seen him in a number of matches throughout the first 2 weeks here on Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. But it was now a little more than a year ago where you had what for most people would be a career-ending injury. I
tore my pec clean off, and it rolled all the way up down here and all the way down to the middle of my torso. They had to reattach it. I'm much better. I'm still trying to get back in shape.
He just kind of glosses over the fact that they had to reattach it. They took an incision about what? About that long?
From bicep to trapezius.
Because they had to literally get, for all you kids that think that the wrestling is easy stuff here, it had to be big enough for the doctor to get both hands in there to be able to grab the muscle to pull it out after it was wrapped underneath.
Felt they could get with the scope. They could not get with the scope. They ended up having to fillet me open, pull both up. I got a screw there and 2 screws in my bicep.
And it took you how long to rehab this thing? Because they told you were done. They told you were not going to wrestle again.
It took me about 8 months before I was able to get in the ring, but it took me about a year to be 100%. And I'm probably about 100%, but I need to. It has affected my training, and I'm looking to make sure that once we're back in the ring with PCW, I'm 150% better than I ever was, because there is no belt safe, there's no wrestler safe. Anyone that's in the way is going to get ran down, going to get bowled over. I got a chain with more than a few people's name on it. I got something to prove, and I got belts to win.
Because I was going to ask you why. Why go back through all this again?
Well, after the injury, I still have a few spots on my list that need checking off of who needs what and who gets what. I still feel there's a belt or two with my name on it that could still come around this way. And you know what? And there's that moment of letting everyone know that I can still produce.
Because the title picture has not been decided. We're going to get into that title picture coming up in a couple of weeks.
It could go anywhere. It's going to be like a blind man playing Twister. It could go anywhere.
Well, on top of that, too, we have heard from so many different competitors that want to get involved.
There's, the D-Ray 3000, who has changed his name to Rick Baker. There's Will Studd. These are guys we've seen before, but there's guys you may not have seen in here before.
And we could go ahead and tell everybody, too, that formerly known as D-Ray 3000, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, will be in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
We had signed Chris Carnage, if you remember that monster. And Chris Carnage had gotten injured recently, and we aren't sure of his status, but he was signed and was going to be here until he got injured. But that big 6'5", 320-pound monster was going to be here, and he may still be here once he rehabs.
Because I think it's safe to say, too, as we go through 2015, that there's going to be a number of wrestlers that may not start in January when we have our next show, which is January the 25th at the International Boxing Club. But I think it's very safe to say that as we go through 2015, there's going to be more and more wrestlers that are going to jump on board.
Oh, you'll see people that you haven't seen before. You'll see people that you're very familiar with but may not have seen in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. I think it's going to be amazing.
Some negotiations are ongoing and not finalized, so we don't want to come out and tell you exactly everybody that will be here, but we will over the next upcoming weeks.
The list is long and distinguished.
It's gonna be interesting because the competition is going to be unlike what anybody's ever seen around these parts. I think that's very safe to say.
It'll be unbelievable, and and not even just the wrestlers, the managers, Dr. Graham. Dr. Graham around, anything can happen. You never know who's all going to be around. There's just so many guys.
All right, we recently showed you a tag team match that this guy was in. For some reason, he took Crimson as a tag team partner. I still don't know what you were thinking at that point.
I needed someone.
When you were co-holders of the tag team titles.
I needed someone that was capable, and with that said, there's no one more capable than Crimson. He just happens to be an absolute freak. He happens to, he didn't lose his marbles. They ran away trying to find some place to hide.
Right. Well, since we last gave you that match, CIA had lost their tag team titles. They had lost the titles to a team that was called the Aristocrats, which one of them was the Pitbull, who became Rodney Van Doren III as he became more civilized, and then the other one was the Sharp-Dressed Man.
And Dr. Graham likes to think of himself as an aristocrat too, I understand. So, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Just saying. It's just one of those things.
But we're going to show you they were tag team champions at this point, and we will show you their title defense against Denzel Titan, who was one half of CIA, but his tag team partner, Diamond Couture, Black Velvet, he's worked under both of those names, was out due to injury, and he took on Phil Atlas as a partner, who is a tremendous competitor.
Phil Atlas is an amazing wrestler and one of the best you'll ever see.
All right, terrific tag team match coming at you right now. It's the Aristocrats, who were then the PCW Tag Team Champions, to take on Denzel Titan and Phil Atlas.
Tag team titles on the line right now. Your champions are now known as the Aristocrats. The Sharp-Dressed Man, Jason Harris, with his protege, Rodney Van Doren III, and they are taking on Denzel Titan and his partner, Phil Atlas. Of course, Denzel Titan's normal partner in the tag team of CIA is Black Velvet, out with an injury, and he's been trying to find the perfect partner to complement him to be able to take away those tag team titles from the Aristocrats, and he thinks he has found that partner in Phil Atlas. We'll see how things unfold here, but I can tell you there are a lot of fans here in PCW that can't wait for someone, whoever it is, to take those tag team titles away from the Aristocrats. And it looks like will we see both Jason Harris, and we speculate on this a lot, Jason Harris and the Pitbull both wrestling in dress pants tonight?
I don't know. Yeah, I can't believe they're calling themselves the Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats, yes. Now keep in mind.
Do you know the joke?
I don't even want to know the joke.
Do you know the Aristocrats joke?
Well, tell me the joke.
No, I can't tell you the joke.
Right,
you have to look it up.
I'll go look it up. I don't know if I want to. No,
it's not for family entertainment.
If this is,
they're calling themselves the Aristocrats.
If this is as bad as some of those text message forwards you sent me, I don't even know if I want to look.
That's not true. That is so not true.
You know it is.
That is so not true.
Get in trouble at work for looking at those. So the Sharp-Dressed Man has taken off his pants. I always fall into that trap, Norm.
That's your favorite part of the match, as far as I know.
Thankfully, there are tights underneath. I think we're done speculating on the attire of the Aristocrats. And it looks like the Sharp-Dressed Man would rather have what Rodney Van Doren III.
You always have trouble with that. You want to
call him the Pitbull?
I know.
Remember when this guy made his debut in PCW? He was basically just a mixed martial artist.
MMA guy. He mean, tough, nasty, loved to brawl, and now he comes out.
They're trying to make him over like My Fair Lady.
With a Lady Casa tie and.
I don't know
something I think that's supposed to be cologne. It smells more like turpentine.
Well, yeah. Initially when I walked by him earlier, I was like, boy, someone didn't shower this week. And I really can't say that even with these the new dress clothes and having Jason Harris in his corner, it really hasn't raised the IQ too much.
And that's amazing because it's not the first of the month. Usually that's,
Yeah, I know. He has a schedule. I shouldn't kid too much because he legitimately is a very tough individual, very well practiced in the art of mixed martial arts. And, of course, him being with Jason Harris has taken them all the way to the top of the mountain here in PCW in terms of the tag team division.
Well, here's Phil Atlas, and we have not seen him here, but he's a terrific young wrestler. Denzel Titan, of course, one half of CIA. His partner, his usual partner, Black Velvet, had broke his leg a number of months back. CIA had to forfeit their titles because they could not defend them. And Jason Harris and Rodney Van Dorn III won the vacant PCW tag team titles, and Denzel Titan's been trying to get them back ever since.
And there's Jason Harris, had to basically be forced into that clean break, and it wasn't even clean with Phil Atlas. Shoving the sharp-dressed man down. And that's it for the sharp-dressed man.
There is not a soul that can stand this guy other than himself and Rodney Van Dorn III.
Again, this is basically whoever the Aristocrats are facing, that's who the fans are going to root for. They can't wait to see these guys get beat.
You have to look it up.
I will as soon as I have the opportunity.
They did an HBO special on it actually too. You know, Phil Atlas is just absolutely terrific.
International star, trained with the great Muda in Japan. Everyone's familiar with the great Muda. Been highlighting fans for 20-some plus years, and now we have Phil Atlas taking some of that skill. Look at that. Very quick maneuvers, good chain wrestling, working on that arm of Jason Harris. Quick arm drag. Harris goes over right into that arm bar. Looked really nice. Has that arm down. We see where Phil Atlas is going to concentrate that attack. I can't imagine Jason Harris is going to stand for this. He's going to try and make that tag to the Rodney Van Dorn III as quick as possible.
Well, I still can't imagine those two guys as tag team champions.
No. But yet they've held on to those titles month after month here in PCW. Whip in off the ropes. There's a reversal. Atlas goes in, takes the buckle, boot up, right into the face of the sharp-dressed man. Atlas is on that middle rope now. Springboards over. Deep arm drag. All righty. Now we're seeing some quick action here from Phil Atlas, bringing that international experience right here to PCW, Norm.
Well, as annoying and obnoxious as Jason Harris is, he's a good wrestler, and him and his tag team partner, they have terrific chemistry, let's just say inside the ring. Outside the ring, not so much.
Well, we saw this the last time, too. Look at that with the sharp-dressed man. Anytime Denzel Titan comes into the ring, the sharp-dressed man makes for the exit as quick as possible.
He doesn't want anything to do with Denzel Titan, but Denzel's got a pretty good tag team partner here.
Well, I think we know deep down that the sharp-dressed man knows that they basically stole those tag team titles away.
Oh, gosh. Rodney Van Dorn III just cheap-shotted Phil Atlas, and now Denzel Titan all over him.
Titan taking some of that mixed martial arts skill right to the pit bull. Rodney Van Dorn III.
I kind of like Rodney Van Pitbull III.
Rodney Van Pitbull III. Doesn't sound very aristocratic, those knees into the midsection.
Excuse me if I giggle whenever I hear the aristocrat.
And look at that big drop kick. I'm just going to ignore those. I can't wait to go and look. Anyone have a laptop? All right. Boy, Titan looks really, really good tonight, Norm. Makes that quick tag to Phil Atlas. It really looks like the way you see these two gel that you almost get the feeling that they've been together for quite some time, and this is actually their first match together.
Boy, they look sharp, though, don't they?
Well, when you have two great competitors like that tagging up, it just feels very natural. There's that double whip in. Pitbull's off the ropes, double back elbow now, and again, we talk about that cohesiveness, and they have it here. What are we going to see? Wheelbarrow.
Oh,
boom,
gosh!
Right down. Goes
that could do it. Referee out of position.
He gets there, and Rodney Van Dorn able to kick out. You have to think if the referee was maybe a step closer or on the other side, that would have been a tag team title change.
Wow. And that's a big break for the champions.
Face first into that top turnbuckle. Boy, Rodney Van Dorn has no idea where he is. Huge knife edge chop. And just a slap for good measure. Well, back elbow as well.
Even though it's Jason Harris that takes all the credit, Rodney Van Dorn III is a very good wrestler.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh,
and gosh,
look at that.
Just full impact off of that clothesline. So much momentum that propelled him between the second and third rope. Snapmare out of the corner now. Drops that leg.
This has just been a dominating performance.
Yes, it has. And now this is exactly what Denzel Titan and Phil Atlas need to do, start going for covers now while they have that opportunity.
Because you never know.
Well, you don't, and you've got to do something, as soon as you can to try and put either the pit bull, put him away, walk out of here the new champs. Titan goes up to the top rope now, and the pit buller, Ronnie Van Doren, is not going anywhere.
Oh, man. That'll take the air right out of you, and it could break a rib, too.
Exactly, size 13 right into that midsection. Titan brings it back up.
Hizaguri. Didn't quite get all of it.
No, but just enough.
Oh, got all of it there.
Yeah, exactly. I think Titan even realized I need to do a little bit better, and, well, he did. And a big suplex. Suplexed him out of his pants almost on that one. And again, going for quick covers, which is exactly what they have to do, and we've seen it now where they've basically eliminated the sharp-dressed man from this match.
Now, Rodney Van Doren III is a tough individual.
And we're looking at and look at that too, where we've got that rear chokehold going on. And Phil Atlas was pulling that bottom rope away, so Rodney Van Doren couldn't grab onto it to break that choke.
Right, absolutely.
The team that really looks like they've been together a lot longer is Denzel Titan.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Jason Harris, I think, can sense his title slipping away.
Yeah, exactly.
Once again, the referee out of position.
So does Jason Harris cut his losses and just walk out right now? Because he doesn't want any part of this.
No, but he likes having the gold.
Yeah, he does. But he's made no effort. He's just enjoying his time on the side of the ring there.
Yeah, well, he got in and interfered once.
Titan goes for the cover, really.
I doubt it'll be the last time.
No. There's just something about this Jason Harris that, well, no one likes him. I bet his family can't even stand him.
Well, he's got to have a little bit of cash and like the gold if you reside at the MGM Grand Casino.
The money you get from being one half of the tag team champions here in PCW. And again, we're seeing a unique submission hold applied, working on that knee.
Oh, gosh.
And also just basically tying up Rodney Van Doren so he can't go anywhere. And how many times have Phil Atlas and Denzel Titan tagged in and out? I mean, it's countless at this point.
They look tremendous.
Oh, yes, they do. Off the ropes. Well, Van Doren doing the only thing he can, holding on to the ropes, and now quickly reversing the momentum in this matchup.
Oh, look at that. That's a submission move.
Over that arm bar. And just hyperextension on that elbow.
He may not be the brightest bulb on the tree, but inside the ring, he knows how to fight.
Well, we talked about that mixed martial arts background, and even though he's being changed into a member of society's upper crust, he still knows how to fight. And now we're seeing this the only time that Jason Harris, the sharp-dressed man, wants to get in when Denzel Titan is down.
Snap suplex.
Goes for the cover now, really hooks it. Of course, the referee was right there for that one, but Titan was able to kick out. Oh, the sharp-dressed man's not going to let that tag happen. Grabbing that boot, pulling Denzel Titan back. And Rodney Van Doren makes that tag. You see a springboard here. Springboard up and over.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
That could do it. Phil Atlas in for the save.
And that's what Phil Atlas has to do. But the thing with Rodney Van Doren, he made it look so effortless on that springboard into that splash.
Now, there's a double team.
Referee's got to restore order here in this one. And Titan is fighting back, punches into the middle, big slap. Can he make the tag? And look at that, sharp-dressed man cuts him right off, just inches away from making that tag to Phil Atlas. And the sharp-dressed man again dragging Denzel Titan back to his corner.
Another
Van Doren
blind
tags
tag.
in. Yep. Drops that big elbow.
Right on the sternum.
Now trying to mount him, throwing those forearms, those fists right into Denzel Titan. And unfortunately, when Phil Atlas talks with the referee, that allows behind the referee's back, Rodney Van Doren to basically cheat, which is what he was doing. Now Denzel Titan turning the tables.
Oh, double clothesline.
Both wrestlers are down now.
Well, now you're going to find out who's done their cardio, who's really in shape here.
Exactly. It may not seem like a lot, but that is a great deal of distance that both wrestlers have to cover to make their tag. Will Titan do it first? It certainly looks like it. Oh no, the sharp-dressed man is in, knocking Phil Atlas off of that ring apron. I can't believe that. Owen Atlas isn't standing for this.
Shouldn't be surprised that he'll break the rules.
And now the sharp-dressed man trying to act like there was a tag. There was no tag.
I know, and the ref shouldn't allow it.
Has him into an abdominal stretch right now.
They smacked their hands to make the ref think that he hurt it.
There was absolutely no tag there. Absolutely no tag. Abdominal stretch really cinched in by the sharp-dressed man, Jason Harris. Now, wait a minute. Hey, look at that. Behind the referee's back, Rodney Van Doren grabbing the hand, allowing additional leverage just to open up and stretch those obliques, that rib cage of Denzel Titan.
PCW tag team titles are on the line here.
Well, now we're seeing why that the Aristocrats have been able to hold on to those tag team titles for as long as they have.
As dysfunctional as they are outside the ring, they are very functional inside.
And dysfunctional is the best way to describe him outside of the ring, but now we're seeing, again, why they've been able to hold on to those tag team titles. Hip toss, though, from Titan, but boy, his back and his size and his ribs have certainly been through the ringer with that abdominal stretch. And look at that now. Sharp-dressed man doing whatever he can to make sure that Titan does not get to that corner, and there is a tag. Fingertip to fingertip, Norm, but it still counts.
Yes, it does. That's one of the few legal tags that they've had
Yeah,
tonight.
they've not made that many tonight. That's one of them, though. Basement drop kick into that side of Denzel Titan. What are we going to see now?
Oh, God.
Look at that belly-to-belly suplex. And then now, and this is where maybe we need to give Rodney Van Doren more credit. Gives him the suplex and stays right on top of him. Doesn't want to suplex him into the corner to where a tag can be made. Suplexes him and gets right back on and starts mounting him again.
Oh, look at that.
Spine buster out of nowhere, Norm.
Just when Denzel Titan looked like he was about done. I don't know where he gets that from.
You talk about that cardio, digging deep into those reserves, into that reservoir. Titan did it.
Phil Atlas
Titan makes the tag.
gets the tag.
Oh, Phil Atlas is ready. He is perched. He's on that top rope, and here we go.
Big cross body.
Knocks down Jason Harris. Atlas gets ahead of...
Oh, look at that. That might do it. I feel it. New tag team champions coming up. Look at that. Another missile drop kick and a kippa.
What are we going to see now? Oh, and Jason Harris comes in, and as quickly as he came in, he is sent right back out.
Could finally be rid of these guys.
Catches him.
Code breaker and a hizaguri.
Oh my gosh, the flurry of moves that
How
we're seeing.
can he? Oh gosh!
In that low super kick. I'd have taken his head off with that.
Oh,
And Jason Harris misfires on the elbow.
hit his own man. Drop kick.
Oh, and Phil Atlas is feeling it. We're going
I
to see
smell
new
new
tag team
champions.
champions, Norm.
Oh no! What
Wait a minute.
is he doing out
Why
here?
is Crimson out here? What does Crimson have to do when Phil Atlas is kicking him off? What is Phil Atlas?
Oh,
gosh.
that red mist! Oh my goodness!
The miss that incapacitated Dr. Jerry Graham right into the eyes
Oh,
of
no.
Phil Atlas. And what are we seeing here? Denzel Titan going to town.
Oh no, he's got that hanger.
This is what took out Halloween the
that's
last
gotta
time at
be a
Somerset
disqual-
Hall. But this time the referee's seeing that close hanger as he goes into the throat of Denzel Titan. I'm sure we're going to see the disqualification. But look at that now. Denzel Titan has nowhere to go. He's wrapped up by Rodney Van Doren. And wait a minute, look
Oh.
at that. It's Black Velvet, Norm. It's Black Velvet.
Absolutely, he's back! Black Velvet is back! Where did he come from?
I don't know, but he looks fantastic.
CIA is back together again!
We thought it was all over for Denzel Titan. Phil Atlas incapacitated by the mist.
I gotta go up and get a word from
Yes,
him.
Norm, get up there. Black Velvet making the save. Boy, and I think the Aristocrats doing the only...
Due to a disqualification, your winners, Denzel Titan and Phil Atlas, but still PCW Tag Team Champions, Jason Harris, the sharp-dressed man, Rodney Van Doren, the third, the Aristocrats.
And Phil Atlas looking for Crimson. Crimson is skedaddled. And Norm is up into the ring. Well, yeah, and also it looks like Rodney Van Doren and Jason Harris are getting the heck out of town. They need to hop on the first flight out of Toledo, I tell you that.
You got the win, you didn't get the titles, but you got your tag team partner back, Black Velvet. Welcome back to PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. Well, winners by disqualification in this match were, I believe, Phil Atlas and Denzel Titan, but the champions retained their titles. But you saw Black Velvet come back, and CIA got reunited after an injury to Diamond Couture. He is now known as Diamond Couture. Then it was known
very
as Black
lucky
Velvet.
to keep their belts, as are the Aristocrats. You know, Aristocrats, once again, keep it in the family. They just gotta, they have the belts and they're still there.
You had to go to the joke, didn't you?
Just saying.
Don't look it up. All right, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to go back in time, and I promised actually 2 weeks ago that we would see the Great Wojo in action, and we weren't able to get that in last week's show, so we'll get it in this week's show.
I'm always up to see the Great Wojo. Man's an incredible athlete. Been to, 3-4 Olympics?
Oh, yeah. We will get to that after the break. It's coming your way next. Don't go anywhere. It's not PC. It's PCW.
Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Cereal beast, wear it on your sleeve. Hey, baby, do you like it kind of raw?
I shop at Seaway Marketplace because they have the fastest lines in town.
Seaway Marketplace.
This is my store.
I buy almost all of my produce here at Seaway Marketplace for my home and my restaurant.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace Deli has the best chicken in town.
This is my store. I shop at Seaway Marketplace because of the big selection of meat and seafood.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace, corner of Cherry and Bancroft.
Seaway Marketplace. This is my store.
Your career will occupy 1/3 of your life. Shouldn't it be fun, profitable, and secure? The Toledo Academy of Beauty has successfully trained over 10,000 graduates in the cosmetology industry. Call 419-478-6660 for a free brochure. We also offer beauty services by supervised students. Even professional wrestlers like Dr. Jerry Graham is a client. Have fun, be cool, choose the right beauty school. It's Toledo Academy of Beauty. It's the Beer Stube, located at 5333 Monroe Street, the home of the NFL Sunday Ticket. Catch your favorite game at the Beer Stube. We have a brand new kitchen open daily for lunch and dinner at 11 a.m. At the Beer Stube, it's a Wi-Fi hotspot and enjoy free pool from Sunday through Wednesday and premier karaoke Wednesday night through Saturday night. It's where bar, grill, and good times come together. It's the Beer Stube, 5333 Monroe Street, online at ToledoBS.com.
Since 1905, Red Wing Shoe Company has been making purpose-built work footwear. The skilled employees in our 3 U.S. factories build over 1.2 million pairs of shoes annually. We are the largest Red Wing shoe dealer in northwestern Ohio with over 2,500 pairs in stock. Stop by our newly renovated store at 2122 North Reynolds Road. Shoes and boots that have served generations of hard-working people.
Cereal beast, wear it on your sleeve. Hey, baby, do you like it kind of raw? Do you like
Back
it?
we are at Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. I'm Norm Weimer, along with the former champion, Andy Shane. You don't mind me saying former. It
is what it is. It's what happens.
the only man ever to hold the heavyweight title and be co-holder of the tag team titles here in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. All right, we're going to turn the dials back. I actually said this 2 weeks ago that we were going to get this in last week, and we weren't able to get it in, but we'll get it in this week. The Great Wojo, maybe the greatest athlete ever to come out of Toledo, and he would have been on the 80 Olympic team. Well, he was on the 80 Olympic team, but due to the boycott, he didn't get to perform at the Olympics.
Due to politicians, once again.
Right.
But, hey, I'll tell you, Wojo, one time I was wrestling Wojo. You want to say whether the man's tough or not? I spiked him on his head. We watched his spine accordion. And as he's lying there, I'm thinking I just killed the Great Wojo. But then he gets up, so then, of course, I'm thinking I'm dead. And he says to me, "Why would you do that, Andy?" And I said, and I quote, "To get your attention and out of respect for your presentation and your persistence at the Olympics, I felt I needed to get your attention to see if I could buy you dinner." So, but just nothing fazed him. The man's an absolute tank.
That's really close to the Mongo line. Don't shoot him, you only make him angry.
You only make him angry.
Well, the interesting thing was when he was champion, and of course Dr. Jerry Graham was his manager, is that Dr. Jerry Graham was constantly calling out Hulk Hogan and challenging him to a one-on-one match between Hogan and the Great Wojo, and Hulk Hogan never took him up on that offer?
There was rumor of a $50,000 challenge match that was supposed to take place at Joe Louis Arena before a show. It was between Dr. Graham, Wojo, and Crybaby George Cannon, and Vince McMahon, and of course Hulk Hogan. And before it happened, Vince pulled out and said, "Oh no, never mind. He can't do that." I have to go with he found out who he was going to be in the ring with.
Right.
You know.
And we'll just never know what might have happened. All right, let's take you to the match. It's a great Wojo. Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. in his corner, of course, as he takes on Man Mountain Tyler.
I feel sorry for Man Mountain Tyler.
And you'll find out why right now on Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
First, introducing from Rocky Top, Tennessee, weighing in at 368 pounds, Man Mountain Tyler. His opponent from Toledo, Ohio, weighing 263 pounds. He's managed by Dr. Jerry Graham, the World Wrestling Association heavyweight champion, the Great Wojo.
The Great Wojo attacking Bruiser before the bell, and we've got a slugfest going on between the champion and Tyler, the challenger.
I don't think it helped Wojo to attack him before the bell.
May not have.
No, I think he made Tyler mad. In fact, I know he made him mad.
Look at him.
I'm sure he made him mad. Yeah.
Beautiful move by Tyler.
Yeah, that's one time when he attacked him he shouldn't have. Yeah.
This is quite an opportunity for Man Mountain Tyler here, the World Heavyweight Championship at stake.
The strategy didn't pay off.
The Great Wojo, Olympic star. I was on the Olympic team in 1980. Didn't get to compete due to the boycott. Nonetheless, he was on that team. He is not following too many of the things, though, he learned in his Olympic training inside of the wrestling ring. Occasionally, you'll see a brilliant move for the man, but...
Well, I'll say one thing in his Olympic career. Wojo was used to wrestling. You know, the rules have changed now, but when he was an amateur, he had to wrestle men with an unlimited poundage. In other words, they could weigh up to 700, unlimited. Now they have a limit on the weight heavyweights can be.
Tyler throws the champion off.
So Wojo is very well trained when it comes to wrestling, super heavyweights.
And that training will certainly come into play here.
I'm the greatest. I manage the champ.
As the champion, the Great Wojo, and his manager, Dr. Jerry Graham. You heard from him only moments ago. Tyler, he's going to have to remember everything that he's been taught by Chris Carter and by the others who have helped his career along.
Get up, Tyler, before he...
Off the ropes comes Wojo with a sledgehammer across the back of Tyler and puts him down. It's not often you see the big man off his feet.
Yeah.
Chinlock applied by the Great Wojo. And the champion having things his way so far in this title match.
Oh, he threw him right out of his shoe.
Nice move by Tyler.
Didn't hurt Wojo at all. That's where you get up. You got to
Ladies and gentlemen, Bruiser, of course, earlier on the program today, we got an opportunity to see Tyler's very first appearance in the ring from a few years back in the Fans in the Stands Challenge issued by the Great Wojo. We saw Tyler clamp that bear hug on Wojo, and I believe he did some damage to the ribs, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So certainly if Tyler is able to get in a position where he can clamp that bear hug again,
Here we go
I'm sure
again,
we'll see
Jerry.
it.
I told you, you just can't lay on that canvas more than a second or you're in trouble.
Don't you feel better sitting where you belong? Don't you feel better? Don't you wish you could get up there? You haven't got the guts to hit me. You can't hit me. You wouldn't have the nerve. Don't you? You'll be thrown out here if you want to hit me again.
Dr. Jerry Graham, a constant source of, well, let's let that go.
Let's say he's the most harassing person I've ever seen.
And that's putting it nicely.
Plus, he's a skunk.
That's putting it a little less delicately.
Yes, well,
Side headlock by the champion, the Great Wojo, on Man Mountain Tyler, who weighs 368 pounds.
He's trying to cinch Tyler up tight.
He's got that bear hug on him. And Wojo breaks it quickly. Wojo's watching for that. He won't let that bear hug be applied to him if he can at all help it.
Tyler's sweating, and it's hard to get a good hold on him.
Wojo was out of action for quite a while after that. The ribs were injured by Tyler in that match you saw earlier on the program today. That was when Tyler was extremely inexperienced, had no professional training at all. Now, with the professional training that he's been able to get under his belt, things might look a little bit differently. Wojo forcing that left arm back in the hammerlock. Keeps forcing it back. It wouldn't surprise me to see Wojo intentionally just break his arm. Tyler's got to be in excruciating pain with his hammerlock. But he takes the champion off his feet.
If you notice across the way, Terry, all the fans are yelling at Graham. And I think it's kind of...
Got the hockey team from Sylvania Northview High School in Sylvania, Ohio, joining us today at the Premier Center for championship wrestling.
Well, it's good. The whole team's participating.
Watch out! Here comes Tyler.
Oh boy!
Hurdled out of the ring by the champion, the great Wojo, and here comes Graham with a chair, and another repeatedly bashing away at the challenger. Referee having his attention diverted in the ring by the great Wojo. Oh, I don't believe it. I'm afraid this is it for Tyler. Graham at ringside again, egging on the Bruiser. He knows Bruiser can't get up and do anything. Bruiser will be fined again, as he was when he came to the aid of Calypso Jim. And Graham interfering again.
You know, it's tough to sit here like a dummy like me.
Oh, you're not a dummy, Bruiser. You have no choice.
I feel like a dumbbell, and I half-wit myself when I have to take this.
You shouldn't, because the fans all understand it's not your fault. If you had your way, you'd be in there. But the commission has said you're either a wrestler or a commentator, not both.
I know, but it's tough to take.
Okay, Terry, let's go. Come on.
Certainly when you got a couple of guys like Graham and Wojo to contend with.
The only thing that's missing here is that Bulldog Don Kent. He's probably under the ring, Terry.
Wouldn't put it past him at all.
You know, that's a way.
Collision in center ring. Tyler didn't budge an inch.
There, Tyler, get in there.
Oh, yeah, good move by Tyler.
He got him.
Scoop slam by Man Mountain Tyler.
He's got him, Graham. Whoop. Get the...
Here goes Tyler. He's going to whip Wojo into the corner. The champion's taking his lumps. He moves right in on him. Tyler with that massive weight again and again.
Now he puts the bear hug on him, Terry.
Into the corner goes, here comes Tyler, but Wojo comes out with the clothesline. And he's pressing his man. He might get the count here. No, he doesn't.
Get him, no.
He thought he had him, but he didn't.
Come on, Tyler. Let's go, Tyler.
Oh, my God, a slam. Wojo picked him up, 368 pounds, and he comes on top of Tyler.
Well, that shows you the strength of that Wojo.
That's amazing.
What strength. I hate the guy, but I've got to give him that strength.
You got to give him credit for that. But there's no excuse for what we're seeing in the ring now as Graham and Wojo double team.
Get in there and stop it, Terry. I can't move.
There you go. You got a glimpse of the great Wojo with Dr. Jerry Graham in his corner, and whether you like Dr. Jerry Graham or not, he's one of the best managers the business has ever seen. One of the best tag team.
Man's an absolute genius.
Tag
Got to
team,
give him that.
Participants, I should say. Yeah.
And once again, him and Wojo are a vicious duo. Man Mountain Tyler did not have much of a chance just because of with both these two. It's never against just one, as we all know. But it didn't even need that because Wojo is such an athlete, and with the brain of Graham in his corner, it's just a matter of time.
You've never had him in your corner either, right?
The man would rather lose a match than a Frank O'Connor rule, as we all know.
Right, and if you can swing the odds a little bit, then who's to?
It is what it is. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. Just
I thought it was not a fracoponic rule. I thought that was...
Depends on whether you're caught or not.
Right, okay. All right, it's not cheating if you don't get caught, all right? All right, we'll take a time out. When we come back, we will give you a classic match from D-Ray 3000, and we'll explain what's going on with him. And also, our main event, the big six-man tag where you get to see Jerry Graham's brother, Fabian Aloysius Graham. It's all coming up. It's not PC.
It's PCW.
Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
You know, last time I was in a match with D-Ray, I beat him so bad he changed his name.
Serial beast, wearing on your sleeve. Hey, baby, to you like a condom roll.
I shop at Seaway Marketplace because they have the fastest lines in town.
Seaway Marketplace.
This is my store.
I buy almost all of my produce here at Seaway Marketplace for my home and my restaurant.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace Deli has the best chicken in town.
This is my store. I shop at Seaway Marketplace because of the big selection of meat and seafood.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace, corner of Cherry and Bancroft.
Seaway Marketplace, this is my store.
Your career will occupy 1/3 of your life. Shouldn't it be fun, profitable, and secure? The Toledo Academy of Beauty has successfully trained over 10,000 graduates in the cosmetology industry. Call 419-478-6660 for a free brochure. We also offer beauty services by supervised students. Even professional wrestlers like Dr. Jerry Graham is a client. Have fun, be cool, choose the right beauty school. It's Toledo Academy of Beauty. It's the Beer Stube, located at 5333 Monroe Street, the home of the NFL Sunday Ticket. Catch your favorite game at the Beer Stube. We have a brand new kitchen open daily for lunch and dinner at 11 a.m. At the Beer Stube, it's a Wi-Fi hotspot and enjoy free pool from Sunday through Wednesday and premier karaoke Wednesday night through Saturday night. It's where bar, grill, and good times come together. It's the Beer Stube, 5333 Monroe Street, online at ToledoBS.com.
Since 1905, Red Wing Shoe Company has been making purpose-built work footwear. The skilled employees in our 3 U.S. factories build over 1.2 million pairs of shoes annually. We are the largest Red Wing shoe dealer in northwestern Ohio with over 2,500 pairs in stock. Stop by our newly renovated store at 2122 North Reynolds Road. Shoes and boots that have served generations of hard-working people.
Serial beast, wearing on your sleeve. Hey, baby, to you like a condom roll. Do you like it?
Back we are on Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. I'm Norm Weimer, along with the former champion Andy Shane. And coming up, we got the main event. You'll get to see Fabian Aloysius Graham coming up in just a little bit. But in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, occasionally some very, very strange characters come in and come out. We'll see one in this match of Insane Wayne. He'll take on D-Ray 3000. Now, when you see D-Ray again coming up in January, and he has signed with Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, he will be known by who he is, Rick Baker, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker.
You know, I don't want to spread any
Oh,
rumor.
here we go.
I don't. And you can
Here
tell
we
me whether
go.
it's true or not.
Here we go.
But I hear Insane Wayne was Crimson's therapist. Is that true?
I thought you were going the other way because of your history with D-Ray, who's
we
now
all know
known as Rick Baker.
He changed his name because of the beating he took last time we were in the ring together, but such is the way.
Shaving his head and
Hey,
pile driving him on a table and when you were trying to sign for a match.
He's done a little shaving of his own, too, so he's not innocent in that regard
You've had
either.
your ornery moments, too.
Ornery. I like the way you put it.
Ornery, yeah, that's one way of putting it. That was the nice way of putting it. I figured we just started doing this again. I wasn't going to, you know.
I am so nice it hurts. I care so much. I care so much it hurts.
Right,
You know that.
Right, yes.
I do.
Anyway, D-Ray 3000, Insane Wayne. Let's take a look at the match. There's Elmo.
Okay, that's Elmo. I just wanted to make sure. My parents never gave me one for Christmas. So the Insane One puts down Elmo. D-Ray 3000, no stranger to all the fans of Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, taking on Insane Wayne. And I have to say, Norm, this is one of those rare occasions where D-Ray is giving up a ton of size and strength.
Well, there's always guys who are looking to make a name for themselves, and Insane Wayne, I guess in a way, already has made kind of a name for himself here, but that's not the way he's looking for it. He's looking to move up the ladder, and he's trying to step over D-Ray 3000 to do it.
But what's unique about this, Norm, is Insane Wayne actually is a wrestling veteran. Been around for a while, but took the last 5 years off because of the fact that he was a lot bigger than what he is now, if you can believe it. I would say add on another 150 pounds. That's what Insane Wayne looked like about 5 years ago.
Wow.
And knee issues, back issues, and whatnot. Wanted to drop the weight. He's dropped the weight. He looks really good, especially when you compare him to what he was, 5 years ago. But boy, he is deranged. I got to tell you that, Norm. And we're seeing here just in the opening minutes that he's tossing around D-Ray 3000 like D-Ray is that Elmo doll. D-Ray, real quick knife edge chop to no effect on Insane Wayne. Does this guy feel pain? Can't even whip him off the rope. D-Ray goes in, big back elbow. Have we ever seen D-Ray manhandled like this before, Norm?
No, I don't think so. But Insane Wayne now talking to his doll.
If he could tag out to the doll, he probably would.
Well, he should get on D-Ray 3000.
Well, when you have a competitor like D-Ray down, you got to stay on top of him. And D-Ray with that boot into the midsection, couple of punches, tries to whip Insane Wayne off. Didn't work before, not working now. D-Ray goes off the ropes, ducks that clothesline, big drop kick, and again, second drop kick to no avail. D-Ray's just hurting himself on those drop kicks. Okay, that might do it, stepping on the toes.
Well, he's got to get him off his feet.
And now there we go, D-Ray making his move up to the top rope. Loves being up there. And a big drop kick, missile drop kick off the top. And he pins him. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Almost in record time here in Powerbomb Championship.
Your winner of the fall of the match, D-Ray 3000.
That flurry of fast drop kicks, knocking down Insane Wayne, gets all that momentum from coming off of the top rope. And D-Ray 3000, an impressive victory here in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. But Insane Wayne, someone you really can't take lightly. Titan makes the tag. Black Velvet is in, clothesline to Andy Shane.
Black Velvet, look at that bicycle drop kick.
Wow.
You win the match, D-Ray 3000. You will see him January the 25th in Toledo at the International Boxing Club, 525 Earlwood Avenue, just off of Star and I-280. And you will see him as who he is, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker.
You know, an incredible athlete. Whether I like him, dislike him, or anything, it doesn't matter. But do you think Insane Wayne even knows he lost?
Probably not.
You know.
And the rumor has it that Powerbomb Championship Wrestling is going to have a cruiserweight division, and D-Ray 3000 is a former PCW champion, but he would also qualify for that cruiserweight division and would make him that much dangerous. He really is a threat to any title.
He can wrestle any style, any size opponent, and he's a dangerous man. It's just is what it is.
All right, let's get you to our main event, and you saw it all last week with Dr. Jerry Graham. Got misted, got his lawyer, Chuck Sala, to get his long-lost brother out of the Lima Correctional Institute, Fabian Aloysius Graham, 7 days off his medication, into a six-man tag team match that Fabian teamed up with this guy and Bobo Brazil, had the Voodoo Murder on the other side, along with, I think it was Crimson at the time, and Pastor Payne. It was an unbelievable six-man tag.
You know, again, not to spread rumor, but I understand Fabian Aloysius Graham was Insane Wayne's therapist. I'm just saying, I'm seeing a pattern. There's a lot of freaking nutballs in PCW. I'm just saying.
Got him out on a 24-hour pass. There was $1 million bond posted for the safety, all kinds of security, and just a totally combustible situation. Let's take you to this six-man tag. I know, I felt how strong his hands are when he stuck his finger inside of my mouth and tried to twist it off.
Yeah, I'm not envious of you for that at all, just so you're aware.
Yeah, it wasn't a walk in the park.
No, not at all. Choking out Bobo Brazil over that bottom rope now.
Then he put his hand over the front half of my head.
Probably dwarfed him, too. I mean, the guy's just, again, he is a massive individual. And you can see...
Well, this is breaking down again. And that's not a surprise.
No, and Fabian Aloysius trying to interject himself. Fabian Aloysius Graham.
Look at the look in his eye. It's just so
Snapmare.
disturbing.
Crimson goes up, perches himself on that middle rope.
Crimson off the second rope and missed with an elbow. And there's a
there we
tag.
go.
I don't know if that's legal, but they're going to let him do it. Fabian Aloysius Graham, he's ready to clear house.
Well, and Andy Shane's tired of waiting around as well. This thing is just broken down right now. This
he
is
doesn't
really
care who he grabs.
No.
Andy Shane's getting some of Crimson. There goes Pastor Payne. Oh,
Okay.
this is degenerated here.
Yeah, should we move?
This is where it starts getting dangerous.
I'm not even sure we're going to be able to call this. You know, we've got, action.
Bobo and the
all over
Voodoo Murderer
place.
going at it. Fabian's got a hold of Pastor Payne. Now he's following him into the ring.
Andy Shane with Crimson. Oh, I feel bad for, well, I don't really feel bad for Pastor Payne, but.
No, I don't feel bad for any of these guys at all.
He gets what he deserves.
Oh, look at that. Bobo throws Andy out to Pastor Payne. There's Fabian. 2, 3, he got it.
And Fabian Aloysius Graham gets the cover. And your winners, Fabian Aloysius Graham, Bobo
Your
Brazil,
winners of
and
the
Andy
fall of the
Shane.
match. Fabian Aloysius Graham, Andy Shane, and Bobo Brazil Jr.
Wait, where's Fabian Aloysius
Oh my
Graham
gosh, he's going out the door. He's going out the door.
Those officers are now running
The officers
after him.
got to go get him.
Oh, and Angel Bailey is heading
He
out
is
to
going out the
commissioner.
door. Oh,
Norm,
he's loose.
he just left the building for good.
He's
Now wait,
loose.
in the ring, look at that.
Oh
Norm.
no.
The Voodoo
Everybody
Murderer.
wept to chase Fabian Aloysius Graham. Voodoo Murderer's got the chain. Oh, and he hits Bobo Brazil.
And Pastor Payne still
Oh
in the
my
ring as
gosh.
well. Bobo Brazil has been leveled by the Voodoo Murderer.
Oh no. Oh no. And there goes the referee. Oh, he's getting choked with the chain.
And again, everyone is gone. Once
Nobody's
Fabian
here to
Aloysius Graham
defend him.
left, the police left, the commissioner left, Dr. Jerry Graham left, Andy Shane left.
Oh no.
Look, Andy Shane is back with
Andy
Dr.
Shane's
Jerry
back
Graham.
in.
The only problem is Fabian
Dr.
Aloysius Graham isn't with them.
No, he's not back in. Dr. Jerry Graham is back in, but where's Fabian? Well, thank God Andy Shane came
Exactly.
in, because with a chair, that's the only way he could get the Voodoo Murderer out of the ring.
That was one battle I did not want to
And
interject
Bobo
myself
is
into.
out. He is out cold. And you got to wonder if there's any permanent damage done to Bobo Brazil.
Oh, that chain was wrapped around the throat, the windpipe. Oh my gosh. Using that chain that Andy Shane brings out to ringside. Norm is going to head up to the ring to see if he can get some comments from maybe Dr. Jerry Graham, although we still have the whereabouts of Fabian Aloysius Graham unaccounted for right now, which is very worrisome.
Pastor
There's nothing you can do about it. You are looking at the next Powerbomb Championship Wrestling champion right here. And there's nothing Bobo Brazil Jr., Andy Shane, Dr. Graham, his insane brother, or any of you fans can do about it.
Looks like that challenge has been issued from Pastor Payne.
I'm just getting started. Shut your mouth when I speak. You can cart that piece of trash out of my ring. Starting tonight. This arena's mine. And there's not a soul in this arena that can take care of business the way I can. I've been all over the world, and you better believe there's not one single person in this arena that can take me one-on-one.
Doc, where's Fabian?
I might have made the biggest mistake of my life. He's loose somewhere in the city. He got away. We got to get him. He's been off his medication for 7 days now. This could have been the worst thing I did. We won the match, but at what price victory?
So to sum up,
Has more than a date with Bobo. He's got a date with me.
Fabian Aloysius Graham missing after scoring the pinfall on Pastor Payne. He ran out of the building.
Well, there you go. We told you it was going to be a combustible situation. It definitely was. Fabian Aloysius Graham out the door. The police chasing him on the way out the door. Jerry Graham wondering if he just lost his $1 million bond. Where Fabian was going, nobody knew. Fans didn't want to leave. That's an honest and true story. Fans did not want to leave because they didn't know what was going on outside. And you were in the middle of all this.
All we need is some 6'4", 300-pound psychotic nut job running around Toledo. The man could have ate a Volkswagen. He's probably picking his teeth with the front quarter panel as we speak. The guy's nuts. And the people were right not to want to go out there. Following orders, once again, doing as Graham wants. Part of the garrison. We do as he asks, and look what happens. We got the nut ball. More than a screw loose. It's not even there. Fabian Aloysius Graham running around Toledo like the nut job that he is.
You just never know what's going to happen week to week in what we're doing in this business, to say the least. I want to thank our sponsors on the way out here, Seaway Marketplace on Cherry and Bancroft, along with Mike Seeger's Red Wing Shoes on North Reynolds, the Beer Stube, the Toledo Academy of Beauty. We thank you all very much. If you want to get a hold of us, you can get a hold of us on Facebook. Just type in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. It'll come right up. We're on Twitter at PCW Excitement. We expect our website to be up shortly, if not already by the time you see this. So
that's what I like about you. You're one of them Twitter guys. You're a Twitter guy. That's awesome. I love that.
Well, sorry. I know that technology.
It's a low-tech
is
man.
a
Low-tech
little-
man in a high-tech world. That's okay. I know you're a Twitter guy. I like that. I'm gonna get you a shirt that says the Twitter guy.
Well, thanks for coming in, and it's welcome back.
It's been more than a pleasure. Being around your production manager and stuff. I tell you, it's more than a pleasure.
Joyful?
It's kind of a discomfort, if you will, but it's okay. I mean, we give him to Taco Bell. He's a happy man. That's what matters here.
Wow.
All you got to remember, January 25th at the IBC. Once again, PCW's here.
Our shows will be Sunday at 5. Doors will open at 4. We'll be on about every 4 weeks for live shows here and hopefully some other places too. If you want to get on and help sponsor us, you can get a hold of us on our Facebook page, Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. It's probably the easiest way to do it, or on Twitter.
And always,
we'll get you on TV for a really nice price.
Visit our sponsors. You go and you
they're the ones that help. We couldn't do this without
You go to
them.
their shops, their stores, and they keep us going. So we need you there, and we can't thank them enough.
And tell them you saw it here, too. So I'll wrap things up. We'll see you in 2 weeks. There's boxing here on CW13 next Saturday night, so we will see you in 2 weeks. And always remember, it's not PC.
It's PCW.
Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.